Geno Smith, since he's been in Seattle, he protects the football better. He's more of a leader among men. And him being in a better situation in Seattle has really, really helped his career. I'm looking at Geno Smith numbers, and when he was in New York, rookie season, 2013, 12 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. 2014, 13 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. So in New York, he turned the football over a lot. And since he's been in Seattle, he has protected the football. In 2021, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 702 passing yards. He only had a few starts in 2021. But last year, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He led the NFC in touchdown passes. So give Geno Smith credit for his ability to protect the football. And I look at this Seahawks offense. Obviously, you got DK Metcalf, you got Tyler Lockett. Both receivers had over 1,000 yards receiving last year. I love that 1-2 punch at the receiver position for the Seattle Seahawks. And at running back, you got Kenneth Walker III. I thought Kenneth Walker III had a tremendous rookie season, and he did a great job last year in his rookie year. Last year, Kenneth Walker, he had 228 carries, 1,050 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, averaging over 4.5 yards per carry. He is a X factor for this Seahawks offense because of his ability to run between the tackles, and he creates mismatches as well for opposing teams because he can also catch the ball out of the backfield. He can also catch the ball out of the backfield, and that's something that the Seahawks haven't had consistently since Marshawn Lynch. That's something that they haven't had since Marshawn Lynch. And so I feel like Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett, that trio has helped the Seahawks become one of the better teams in the NFC. And when I think about the Seattle Seahawks coming into the season, everyone knew the favorites in the NFC were the 49ers and the Eagles. And then people said the team that could possibly challenge the Niners or the Eagles were the Cowboys. That's what everybody said. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys are the biggest threats to the Niners and to the Eagles. I am here to tell you today, heading into week 6, it is not the Dallas Cowboys who are the biggest threats to the Niners or the Eagles. It is the Seattle Seahawks, because the Seattle Seahawks are well coached. Pete Carroll is one of the more proven head coaches in the NFL. Geno Smith has elevated himself into that good quarterback conversation. He's not elite. We know Geno Smith is not Justin Herbert or Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes, but Geno Smith is a good quarterback. He's good like Jared Goff. Jared Goff will never be elite, but Geno Smith and Jared Goff are both good quarterbacks. And so I look at this Seahawks football team. I think that they are the biggest threats to the Niners and the Eagles in the NFC. And you look at their statistics. Statistically, they haven't been great, especially on offense. They only average 336 total yards per game. That's ranked 20th in the NFL. But they do average 28 points per game. That's ranked 6th in the NFL. And in the first 4 weeks of the season, the Seahawks had 21 or more points in 3 out of their 4 games in the first 4 weeks of the season. They had 24 against the Giants. They could have scored more, but they took their foot off the gas pedal. They had 37 against the Panthers in week 3. They had 37 as well against the Lions in week 2. And their only bad game of the season came in week 1. The biggest shock of week 1 was the Rams beating the Seahawks in Seattle. They only scored 13 in that matchup. But going into that week 2 matchup, I remember telling everybody, Vegas had the Lions favored by like 6 over the Seahawks. And I said, this is ridiculous. Seattle, to me, they are better than Detroit is. But I will say, to Detroit's credit, I think the Lions and the Seahawks are on the same level. And then you have the Niners and the Eagles. And I'll throw the Cowboys in there as well. Cowboys, Lions, Seahawks are on the same level. And then there's the Niners and the Eagles. They're better than everyone in the NFC, probably in the NFL right now. But I think Seattle, they are the biggest threats to those top 2 teams